Co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Live from the heart of Lincoln, America.
Welcome to Ticket Weeknights
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your host here, Niko Schultz, back at it again for an in-person interview here at the Ticket. I don't know what the show's called no more. Call it Niko Night. Go ahead and call it the Niko Project. Shout out to everybody in this YouTube live too, man. I'm gonna be answering questions about training, track, this upcoming season, goals. So I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off with my boy Yusuf here. He was mentioning how he wants to walk on here at the 800 at UNC Chapel Hill, and what my training look like, my weekly mileage. So in the summertime, I was pushing anywhere from around 30 to 34 miles a week. So I'd break that up into different looks, right? And so like certain days I go for a 6-mile recovery run. Certain days I do for a what do you call it? Like I do a workout, for example, right on the track. Let's say I was doing like 1K repeats. I count my mile warm up as part of my mileage. I count the total amount of work I did. Let's say I did 3 or 4 of them. I'll count that as it. And let's say I went on a 2-mile cool down. And so all that put together, that's probably upwards of, 4 or 5 or even 6 miles at times. So
that's great. You said 6-mile recovery, right?
Yeah, 6-mile recovery. Literally, I've had to build up to that point. Like in high school, it used to be 2. And then, I got to college, I got to like 3, 4. And then now as a senior in college who's, been through all the ringer, now I'm like, upwards of 6, even 7 sometimes too.
So what's your mile pace on a quote unquote recovery run?
Oh man, I don't know. I've been trying to push it down this whole entire time. Like it used to be 7 flat, but like now I'm chilling in the 620s and 630s. So like for example, the other day I had a tempo run, right? And it was 3 by 7 minutes. And so you would just blow past the mile. So you go as hard as you can for 7 minutes. And I was pushing like 5:15 to 5:25 pace. And so like that's a whole minute slower than what I do on my recovery runs, right? And so it just takes time, right? I tried getting it all at once my freshman year, and I just completely blew out my bone and my shin and got completely injured. So you just gotta like ease into the certain things,
Yeah, that's a good point, because you definitely got the injury horror stories to warn people. I think it happens a lot in the track world too, because you're trying to shave off, depending on what event. Sometimes it's milliseconds, sometimes it's just a few seconds, sometimes might be an entire 10, 20, depending on what mile. But like, when you try to cram it in there, that's when you see people blowing out their ligaments.
It's disgusting, man. There's injury horror stories, but then at the same time too, you got to realize that track's also a business, man. I mean, there's a bunch of people moving in and out of the industry. That's something I've had to realize too. I'm going into my senior year, entering in with my 6th coach, and so that's 3 years and 6 coaches later. And so I've had a lot of people that's got me here along the way, but I didn't realize that this many people, and there's going to be so many moving pieces throughout my college career, man. So there's also a part here I got to answer. Dang, these questions are. You should see this live stream. I got a bunch of questions here going on. So let me try to get through some of these real quick.
Yeah, you guys go text in if you want to get a second outlet. 402-464-5685. It'll be you can use that if you're watching the live. Text that number as well. We'll be able to see him and keep him on there for us.
Heck yeah. Let's start with Nicholas Whedon. What's up? What are your goals for this year? Well, Nick, my goals for this year, I would love to get down to the 145. The goal is that indoor school record. I'm number 2 all time right now in Nebraska history. So I'm at 147.7. I'm trying to get down to that 146.4 indoors and obviously go 145, 144 outdoors. Try to go ahead and help my team win a natty. Landland, I'm in the 8th grade going into my freshman year, and I run a 209 in the 800. I really love soccer as well and track, but I'm just not sure which one to choose. What's your advice? Honestly, man, just keep on doing both and see which one takes over as you get older. I mean, they're both in different seasons. You got soccer in the fall season?
Yeah, it's fall.
Yeah, fall season sport, and then you got track in the spring. So keep on doing both, man, and whatever you get noticed for colleges, whoever starts hitting you up and however which one you're competing better. Let's say once you get into high school, you start dropping 158, 157. You're probably gonna have to start taking track more serious than soccer. So
because you did football in the fall, right?
I did, yeah,
all the way up till senior year.
All the way up until senior year, yeah. And then I quit football and then full on for track, and then that's where I got my scholarship. And so, like I said, I would have never been able to get a scholarship though if I kept on being a dual sport athlete. So I kind of had to go all in on one sport, and that's really what changed me. So, this guy says, oh, what's his name? Duck Sama. How important is mileage for a 400-meter runner? This one's debatable. I have a lot of friends who have different ideas of recovery, right? And so, like, I do mileage to build fitness and obviously recover my body. But I have 400-meter runners who are in the 46s, 45s, and 44s who do plyometrics as the recovery, right? And so recovery looks different for a lot of different athletes. For me, I'm more of an endurance athlete, so the mileage helps me. But if I was a 400 runner or if I was coaching a 400-meter runner, I would definitely have them do more circuit-based stuff. I'll probably put them in some soft surface things, doing some plyometric drills, a lot of speed stuff. You don't need to be putting up a ton of miles, but the occasional 2-3 mile run here for a 400-meter run, I don't think it would hurt you at all. Let's shout out to my boy Logan right here. I've been injured for 2 months and I'm going to be able to start back in 2 weeks. Any advice? Start back slow. Try not to get all back at once. So that's my problem. I got that stress reaction or stress fracture, and I'm trying to get all back at once, and I re-injured myself. So start back slow, bro, and you have time on your side.
Was the second time recovering longer?
Yeah. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. The first time, well, it felt longer. The second time, though, I kind of knew what to do. Like, the first time I was just trying to get it all back at once. I keep on saying that, but it's so true. Like, you're so eager to get back. You're so hungry for it. You come back and you just bam, do it again. But you know what to look out for. Like, the pain, the recovery treatments, the workouts, you know how to eat, recover. Sometimes, you're just lacking sleep. Like, you think sometimes even too, you think you're injured and then you sleep good for 1 week straight, 2 weeks straight, and then you're just back. You're like, it's crazy what sleep can do for you, man. There's no pill around it. There's no.
On top of the diet, did you ever tweak the diet to a point where you had a noticeable impact on your performance?
Yeah. This past season, and I actually got something to say about this. I'll get back to the chat here soon. This past season, I really was strict on the diet. Like, everyone on the team will make fun of me because my diet was so strict. But I mean, like, I genuinely feel like it did elevate me. And I do think that there was a point to where I took it to an extreme. So basically, once the season started, I told myself no fast food, no fried food, nothing that's gonna mess me up. Like, bro, I was even to the point where I was even like I was trying to avoid bread at one point too. Like, I would just like get my carbs through vegetables or rice or potatoes or different things like that. But at the beginning, it was going really good. I was running super fast times. I was doing my thing, and I would even stay away from burgers. And yeah, I know that one's hard. That one's really bad. And so it got to the point to where I wasn't getting enough calories in. So the healthy food, it's great for your body, but the amount of work that I was putting in as an athlete, I was not able to keep up and burn off all those calories all at once. I was literally like outworking everything I was putting into my body. And so it got to the point where I was at a deficit. And so my weight was just dropping ridiculously fast. And I would show up to workouts fatigued. And I was more cut than I've ever been in my entire life. And like some days I'd feel like a superhero, and some days I'd feel like I could barely even get out of bed. And that was just a calorie deficit. So what I'm going to try to do this season, I'm going to try to go 75-25 when it comes to eating good versus eating whatever you want. Because even though the bad food is bad for you, it's still calories and your body can still work with it. But if you're just putting in healthy food all the time, I'd have to eat like 5 or 6 times a day just to break even.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can do that. Because FXB, they do Fitness Fanatics. That's kind of their whole big thing. Is like they get you to eat healthy, but it's like you need to eat a lot. I know you're trying to lose weight, but if you're eating healthy, like it seems like you're overeating. Like that's just what happens when you're not eating super processed fast food. Like that's how many calories you need to get. Like it's a big plate of something healthy, and you got to keep eating. So like in your case, being a student, being an athlete, kind of makes sense. Like it takes a lot more work to eat super healthy. It's worth it if you got the time, but like you said, you got to eat a lot more than what you actually think, and you won't gain weight. Like
exactly, that's the funny thing. People think you're gonna gain weight, but actually if you under eat too, your body's gonna go into like this stress thing to where it's actually gonna store more fat than it is gonna build muscle. You're just taking away from your muscle, and your body's gonna start storing fat. So if you want to gain muscle and if you want to lose weight, you actually got to eat more, but it's what you're eating is what's going to impact your body and your physique.
Yeah, what's the best healthy meal that you found that gives you like good proteins, good calories?
Snap, man. I don't know. I'm a big Chipotle guy. I've been a big Chipotle guy wherever I go, but I just don't load it up with a bunch of that, not like that kind of like nonsense. Like I don't put a bunch of sour cream, a bunch of cheese, a bunch of like all that. I literally just go brown rice. I'll go chicken or steak, beans. I'll go vegetables and a little bit of the pico tomatoes, and that's it. Like that to me is like the most clean thing you can get.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Like if you go my route where you get the queso cheese, and like you know,
dude, your stomach's doing backflips when you're trying to run.
Cheese as well. You start getting out of control.
And it's good, bro. It's good, but then when you eat it without it, I mean, at first you're kind of like, what am I doing? But then you wake up after that and you're going in your workout. And you're like, man, I feel light. I feel good. Because, when that's in your stomach, it's processing for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And so you just feel kind of sluggish. So let's talk to Duck Sama right here. Also, I run 51 right now in the 4. Do you think it's possible to drop it to a 48? Yeah, definitely, bro. So I ran 51 when I was, what was I? I think I was a freshman in high school. And then the next season, I dropped it down to 49. And so, like I said, it just takes one good year and you easily get down to the 49s, 48s. And so, Biggie Cheese, I run 140 in the 800 going to the first grade. Would you consider this good? Am I where I need to be? Yeah, but I think you need to try out for the Universal Olympics. 140, you're a dog.
First grader?
Going into the first grade's crazy. Yo, Niko, best advice to go under 2 flat in the 800. Man, to go under 2 flat, there's a lot of different methods. Probably you want to open up anywhere from 57 to 58. It's pretty hard to negative split if you open up in 61 and try to go 59. That's pretty difficult to do. So my best advice is, open up that first 200. I'd probably go, 28, 27. Come back on that next one. Try to go 29. So that's your 57 to your 58. And you just hang on for your life, bro. That last 200 is going to be a pain. But if you're running with fast guys, bro, you're going to run fast time. So just keep on trying hard. And like I said, you want to be right there at 57 and just gradually build up each 200.
How do you build up conditioning for like 800? Because it's a weird mix. It's like a sprint and a long run all at the same time. So like, do you do mile runs, try to get your conditioning up, or do you practice like just a lot of sprints over and over, like kind of back to back? Like, how do you really bump that time up? Because the 800 is tricky. I ran the 800. Yeah, it was terrible. Like I could never get under 2. Like the first lap, like you said, I do really well, get under 60.
Yeah.
Second lap, always die. Like it's just, I was always over 60 on that second lap. So like, how did you figure out a way to keep that second lap also under that 60-second time?
Yeah, bro. So, back in high school when I first broke too, I was still playing football at the time. And so all of my fitness and endurance was from me doing, all my fall work was from football. Like all my base work was just football, football, football. So me running on with pads, getting hit, doing all that stuff. And yeah, at the time, I thought I was going to go to the NFL, but in reality, I was just building a base for track. And so my base was not as strong because of how much speed stuff I was doing, but I was very quick. I was very quick off the line. When it came to foot speed, I was the fastest out of any 800-meter runner because all the guys I was racing, they were doing cross country, and I was a football guy, and so we would have totally different race strategies. They would start in the back of the pack and work their way up, versus me, I'm starting out super fast and just hanging out for my life.
So you had that quick burst,
yeah,
get in front.
Yeah, like it's funny to say, but I just genuinely just would never slow down. Like it's literally I would start fast and I would slow down less than the other guys. Just the other guys where they would start slow and try to use their endurance to their advantage. And so probably the best advice what I would have is to build a base in the fall time. And so that's really what elevated me from getting down to a let's say a 2 flat to breaking 2 all the way down to like the low 150s was building a base. And so what that looks like for me was a lot of hill repeats, taking your recovery runs more seriously, getting your heart rate, your overall fitness down. And that can look so different. I mean, for some people, they literally go on the bike, right? They go on the bike to do cross training. And then some people, they go into the pool to prevent injury as well. And so you can do so many different things to build your fitness. But I think the 800 is genuinely just being an overall fit human being and being able to withstand a lot of pressure on the heart. Yeah, a lot of pain, a lot of pressure on the heart. You got to have a lot of mental fortitude. But I mean, if your heart is overworking, if you're at 230 beats per minute going on the last 2, bro, you're cooked. You want to have a lower heart rate than everybody else. You try to be relaxed at that 8,
Is it worth it to get one of those watches that tracks your heart rate? So when you go on those runs, you can consistently see where your heart's at. Because that's anytime I talk to like the marathon runners, their key is it's like you gotta go slow to get fast because like you got to keep that heart rate in check. Like how true is that?
I don't know. So I've had a lot of mixed reviews about this. I personally have a watch just to track how far I go. Some people run it with minutes. Like let's say, they want to go on a 30-minute run. They run 15 down, 15 back, and just call it a day. I like keeping track of how far I'm going and my recovery paces. When it comes to heart rate, I've done that for a few months where I put like the heart monitor on and I'm running and I'm like, okay, my heart rate was 180 here, 160 here, and this one was 220 or whatever, right? But I mean, I genuinely don't think it's that important unless you're working with like a sports scientist who's tracking your data, knows the analytics. To be honest, this thing's telling me way more than it ever would have to. It's telling me all these things I don't even know, this terminology I don't even know.
Yeah.
I just needed to tell me when to stop, when to turn around, and how many miles ran on the day. So honestly, no, if you want to get good at track, bro, you just want to get in the best shape as possible. Just stay true to your training plan. You don't need any crazy fancy equipment, man. You just gotta, like you said, you just gotta be a dog, bro.
Yeah.
Withstand a lot of pain.
Well, that makes sense for track because like the marathon runners, they probably do need that heart rate just because it's such a ridiculously long race. Like if you don't keep track of it, you will burn out.
Oh, 100%.
As opposed to like an 800, even a mile, even a 2 mile.
Yeah.
Like you said, if you're just in peak fitness, you should be able to handle it. As opposed to like a marathon where, yeah, you'll just crash out. If you're not paying attention to that thing early, like you'll just be flying up and then you'll realize like I'm already 180. I'm like not even halfway through this race yet.
Yeah, not all races are created the same. I mean, marathon, you're probably going to get the same thing. 2 mile, probably get the same thing. But when it comes to, the mile and 800, especially in the championship season, dude, you'll see a lot of weird race strategies. I mean,
yeah.
For example, I had a story to where each one of my 800s on the indoor season leading up to the Big Ten championship, I would open up my first 400 in like 52 and 53 seconds. I showed up to the Big Ten championship, and I didn't try to do this. This just happened. It was just naturally how the race developed. I opened up in like 57 to 58 seconds. And so it was just me chilling behind the front leader, and he took it out slow. And so the last 400, bro, we closed in like 52 seconds, and we dropped to 149. But like, it was the most painful 149 ever because you had to go from a 57 basically walking to me, and then you had to drop this 52-second all-out 400. I mean, that kills you. That zaps your speed. Versus if you started fast, you're getting into a flow state. You have momentum. But if you gotta drop on a dime and just take off, that is so much more taxing on the body than opening up in a 53 would ever do to you. So,
yeah, that's a good point. You got to like jumpstart your heart rate.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It jumpstarts your heart rate. Your legs feel kind of just like bricks. I mean, moving that fast, bro, it comes with a price. You just don't wake up one day and have it unless you're a Kenyan or you're just a freak athlete. I mean, you earn that. Even somebody like me who takes their diet serious, takes their sleep serious, and has been out at those championships level races. Some things just never get old, man. Pain is universal to everybody.
Who is this upsets me that don't know his name because he deserves all the credit. The mile runner for the U.S. who won gold.
Oh, Cole Hocker.
His kick was insane. Talk about jump starting the heart rate. I don't know how he was able to put together that final stretch.
Yeah,
those are Olympians.
I know.
He was just catching ground on
first ever time,
like
bro.
Crazy.
I know. Shout out Cole Hocker, man. I mean, that dude was a beast at Oregon. I think he was a one and done, dude. He literally showed up 1 year and just went pro, and I don't blame him at all. And so,
he won gold. Good choice.
Yeah, right. I know. I mean, he's gonna live in glory forever. And he was not supposed to win that race.
No, they weren't even talking about him when they were getting in there. They're getting set up. They did not. They like just brushed over him real quick, and then they went just like, okay, here are the favorites.
They were kind of like, oh, Cole Hocker just happens to be here. Let's just see what he does. And oh my gosh, he's gonna win. And I feel really bad for that one dude, Bridgeston or whatever his name was from. I think it was where's he from? England or something like that.
I can tell you, I had all eyes on Hocker.
I know. All Americans did, bro. And the fact that 2 Americans got in there too just made it even crazier because the guy who plays fourth, man, he should have won it by a mile. He literally showed up, what was it, to a race like 2 weeks later and broke like almost the world record or something crazy. And so, it just sucks that the Olympics is kind of just a one-time thing. But I mean, hey, that's what it is. After this Olympics, I have a totally new perspective on it, especially with that gymnastics thing that happened too, with the whole entire the medal switching and all that nonsense. That's just so kind of stupid to me, honestly.
Yeah, Olympics. I don't even know how it was a bit silly this year.
Yeah, they added breakdancing and all that crazy stuff too. I mean, they're really reaching, but I don't think views are that down. But dang.
Oh, that wasn't. I guess I didn't really. I'll be honest. I didn't watch much of the breakdancing. I just saw the girl from Australia.
Yeah,
and that sucks. Like she's responsible for that thing not going forward, and that's brutal.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But I mean, like, not all gold medals are weighted the same, man. You can't take that USA men's basketball gold medal and put it up next to the breakdancing one and say that they're created equal. I mean, it's how do you even rate something like that as a judge or as a professional? Like, man, the way he spun around. Oh yeah, that's a gold right there.
Yeah, so that's a tough one. It's because at least with synchronized dancing, like it's very okay. You got to be like
on the ice or something like that.
Perfect. Like they're very minute, but breakdancing's so wild to begin with. That like you don't really know what I guess they probably get the routine ahead of time. Maybe that's how you do it. But yeah,
like you just said, one and done. I mean, that's the way you got to kind of receive it. But going back to Duck Sama, shout out for asking questions in the chat. He asked, how important is the weight room? I think the weight room is super important. I give it all the credit as to why I'm a 147 800 meter runner, no doubt. And so I've had a lot of different phases I've gone through. For example, in high school, I'd only lift probably twice a week. And, I got by with it. But once I got to college, I really started taking my weight room career more serious. And so freshman year, I'll get to give you guys some perspective. I was just messing around the weight room, to be honest with you. I was just doing it. I was more focused on my running. And, I was good. I was still running 152s, but I needed that extra kick, that extra boost. And so I started taking the weight room a lot more serious. And one summer, I started lifting 4 times a week. I lost weight. I got some muscle. If you think about it, 5 pounds of fat versus 5 pounds of muscle, they're not created the same. The 5 pounds of fat is going to hold you down. But if you're fit, bro, if you have muscle on your body. If you have a new build when you're running that 800, it's going to serve you so well going into the championship season. You're going to have a lot more, preventative strategies going into, certain injuries or whatever, because your muscles are going to be so strong, your bones are going to be good. I can rave about the weight room, bro. I mean, it's amazing. I'm currently on 4 days a week right now. I'm only 156, 157 pounds, and I'm stronger than I ever been. I used to weigh 175 pounds back in high school, and I was not able to lift anywhere near what I can lift now when it comes to squat, hang clean. The only thing that's changed drastically is in my bench. But as an 800-meter runner, you don't need a big bench in 250, 260 pounds. It serves no purpose. But when it comes to your legs, when it comes to your core, when it comes to your back, your calves, all that, weight room is going to get you right. So definitely do not neglect the weight room.
Yeah. What's your body fat percentage?
I got to go take a DEXA exam, but the lowest I've ever gotten, I think it was around 8 or 9%. And
that's pretty peak. Because anything lower than that, you're probably getting like, I don't know, what's dangerous territory. Because you need some fat.
Oh, dangerous sub 5, bro. Dangerous sub 5. Or you get a paper cut and you're done. That's what it feels like. But yeah, some people take it to a new extreme. As a runner, I don't know. You've seen there's a lot of weird builds out there as runners. I mean, some people, you don't see any type of muscle on their body, and they're just amazing, right? And then other people are ripped, like you can see every single muscle ever, and they're amazing. And so there's so many builds and so many different physiques out there, and it's just really whatever works for you, man. Coming from a football background, I always loved the weight room, and now I'm just taking it to a new level. I'm targeting certain parts of the body that are actually going to help me run fast instead of just doing nonsense.
That's what always surprised me when I see those people that look like they don't have an ounce of body fat on them. I'm like, and they're in like a long distance. I'm like, where are you getting the extra energy? Like you don't have fat deposits anywhere.
I know.
Like it's just all coming from the straight muscle.
I know.
We probably got time for like one more here.
Yeah,
and then we'll throw it to our first break.
That's cool. Yeah. Let's go ahead and talk to. Okay. Hey, Niko, why is the 800 one of those events which mileage just varies from person to person? Unlike for the 1500 and up, I honestly don't understand how you know the correct amount. Yeah, this is a weird one, man. I've done so many different things. There's times where I've been on 40 miles a week in high school when I was doing cross country, and there's times where I've done 10 to 12 miles a week. And so I've seen both of the extremes. And for me, I found a happy medium. For me, I love being in the mid 20s, high 18s, 19, somewhere around there. I think that helps me personally, but everybody's different. I know guys who put up 35 to 40 a week and they're 145 guys, and I know guys like Will Sumner who barely are cracking 15 miles a week and they're dropping 144s. And so there's so many different ways to run the 800. You can take a speed approach where you get out crazy and you train speed, and you can take the distance approach where you're dropping 8-mile runs, all these tempo runs, building just pure endurance. I just think it just varies, man. There's so many different ways to run it. All the guys who have ever been good at the event, the only thing that's held true is that they ran a fast race. Rather, from start to finish, they ran the 141s, the 142s. Just how they get there just looks different for everybody. So, but yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and send this to break real quick, guys. We got a 5 to 6 second minute break, and then we're gonna go back live. So, see you guys in a sec.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Announcing Acres end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A-plus support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one, At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings & Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings & Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part, we offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Back to the Ticket weeknights
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your host here, Niko Schultz, here live in the studio at 93.7 The Ticket. I'm also live here on YouTube Live on my personal account in YouTube. It's called Niko Schultz, where I give a lot of track content. I do a lot of breakdowns and races and stuff like that. And I'm just reading off comments here. And one of my friends said that you're going to get kicked off the team for saying you like Nikes more than Adidas. Everyone has their preference, man. I mean, I was a Nike guy my entire life. Nike makes a lot of good running things. Those Max flies are no joke when it comes to running. So
I think 70% of the Olympic athletes ran in Nike.
Dude, 70%. I mean, listen,
there's a reason.
Dude, Adidas is taking over, yes, but Nike is next level. I mean,
in the track world, I don't think there is a. So I can say this because I'm not attending the University of Nebraska-Lincoln as an athlete.
Yeah.
Track and field world. I mean, you can tell me if I'm wrong. It just feels like Nike's dominated that for a lot. Go look at Oregon and try to tell me there's a better place.
Oregon, Arkansas, Texas, all the top names, dude.
Well, I threw Oregon because they got the big Nike facility, and like there's a reason why Oregon track and field is up there. Like it's they're ahead of the curve on that stuff.
I know, bro. When it comes to Nike, man, they're comfortable, they're fashionable too. I'm sorry, I know Adidas used to rule back in the day, and they're kind of making a comeback, but I'm gonna be Nike to the day I die. I'm sorry.
I like the Adidas casual gear and the basketball shoes. I got the pair of John Walls. I'll never forget the cleanest shoes.
Yeah, man.
But basketball, I do like their basketball stuff. Yeah, if track and field, I'd always go Nike if I had to.
I don't even blame you, for real. I'm probably getting in trouble for saying that, but hey, man, Nike's very fashionable. It's cool. It's comfortable. And like you said, what a Cole Hawker win running. He was wearing Nike, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, gold medalist, Oregon guy.
And then you get Jamaica. It doesn't matter. Give me Puma. We'll win.
Jamaica just could run in no shoes and they'll still dominate.
Is Puma a pretty solid brand? I've never repped the Pumas before.
For me, no. But there's been a lot of successful athletes in Jamaica, like Usain Bolt, for example. I mean, that dude had the basic shoes. You could have given that dude any shoe and he would have been good. But
he could have been barefoot.
No, seriously, that dude was a monster. But yeah, I mean, Puma, I mean, it gets the job done. Like I said, sometimes it just comes down to preference. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just another shoe. It's just a piece of clothing. It just has a sticker on a logo on a company. They're all selling something. But I mean, I feel like I would always catch Puma at the 5 and below, like the random stores like Marshalls and things like that. So whenever I see Puma, I'm just kind of like, like versus a pair of Nikes. You got Nikes that resell for thousands of dollars, like Travis Scott's and things like that too. So I don't know. It's just I feel like there's levels to the game. But Shay right here said, "What is your daily workout?" So like today, I'll give you my workout for today. For example, I went to a trail at 11 a.m. this morning, and I dropped a 6-mile run at 6:25 pace. And so I went back to the track. I stretched for like 10 minutes, and I did 6-minute abs, and that was my workout for the day. Do you ever have a down week where you lay off the mileage? Yeah, definitely. When I get closer to championship season, I lay off. Do a lot more faster stuff like 350s, 250s, or even 80-meter sprints, and I kind of lower down on my workload, and then that's supposed to tune you up, get you real fast. So, Niko, what's your favorite lane on the track? Man, I love number 7, man. If I'm outside and running, number 7. A lot of people say 4 or 5, but 7 is my lucky number. So I'm always in the upper alleys too whenever I'm running on the indoor tracks. And obviously it's only 6 lanes indoors, but I love being kind of in the upper alley, being able to see everybody as I am breaking in for the line. So when I'm indoors, I definitely love being on the upper track, and even outdoors too, man. I love being in the outside alleys. It's just kind of the way that the things have fallen into place. Niko, you already said that. You think max flies are good for the 800? I've always been told that they're not good for anything above the 400. No, they're good for the 800, bro. I promise. So, what else we got? Yeah, no, that's about it for all these chats right here. Until anybody else has any more questions, man, I'd love to talk about my boys, the Chicago Bears, man. Harrison, man, how you feeling about the Bears? Chicago, Caleb Williams. Hey, I've got to say, I've come around full circle. I was not very fond of the decision when it first came out. Justin Fields is my boy. R.I.P. Justin Fields. He didn't die or anything. He's just in Pittsburgh. But he's just in Pittsburgh. That's not the place to be. But
I don't even know if you meant that as like a slant, but that came off so bad.
I'm serious, dude. I mean, what I was looking at his preseason stats, and it was crazy. It was like turnover, change of possession, one touchdown, 2 interceptions. Like, it was just ridiculous. Him and Russ are like having a battle for who cannot start.
Yeah, it's I'll tell you what, Niko. I woke up this morning and the coffee was so good. Like, everything was just a little bit better. The sun was a little bit brighter. The wind was just a nice breeze. Everything was perfect.
Man,
got Dylan Raiola. Looks like a great generational
Dude.
QB. We got Caleb Williams. I know it's preseason, but it's the same thing we saw with Dylan Raiola in the spring game. It's like, I know this isn't real competition, but when you see dudes just throw the ball like that and then get that amount of torque off these crazy angles, yeah, it's not gonna change because of the NFL season. He's always gonna have that in his arsenal.
I know.
So yeah, I'm pumped. I think because I was more worried about Dylan Raiola than I was Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Just because high school tape's a lot harder to try to size up.
Right.
I was pretty certain with Caleb Williams. I'm still holding on to that next week. Like, the first time I have 2 quarterbacks I can go and watch, which is crazy. I've never had a single quarterback I've been like this excited and have this much trust in. Like, yes, Nebraska has had some fun quarterbacks like Taylor Martinez during the Bo Pelini era, Adrian Martinez during the Frost era.
2 a.m.
But I haven't seen anything like this in Dylan Raiola. And I haven't, certainly nothing close to it for the Chicago Bears. I mean, this is the true generational QB. And then you got Rome, you got Keenan Allen, DeAndre Swift, still got Cole Kmet. I think they still got Gerald Everett from the Chargers, right? They got some tight end depth there. Yeah, I'm pumped. I think we got 2 legit quarterbacks, 2 of my favorite teams. The Bulls figure it out another year. I'm just not even going to try.
Bulls have their time, bro. Now it's our time. I mean, listen to me. If the Chicago Bears were even to get into the playoffs, it'd be a celebration in Chicago.
Did you see Nick Wright?
No, what are you doing?
Super Bowl predictions?
What was it?
Chiefs and Bears.
Oh my gosh. I know. If we were to get to the Super Bowl and lose to the Chiefs, I don't know if I would want that. I wouldn't want to go out throughout my entire year just for them to get to the Super Bowl and lose to Patrick Mahomes for his 4th ring. Like, I think I'd cry. I think I would genuinely cry. But I mean, I can't put it past them. And when you get a team that has this much spark and they're so young, I mean, even the guys in the head offices too, when they're deciding upon who bringing onto the team, some of them are former players. There is so much potential for this team.
Yeah, I had to double check because that's just crazy. Yeah, Nick Wright predicts Patrick Mahomes versus Caleb Williams in this year's Super Bowl. Like, I'm trying really hard to keep it cool.
If that were to happen, I don't even know what I'd do. It'd be the best year of my life.
Do I quit my job? Because I peaked sports-wise at that point. Like, I think
I would start another sports channel solely based upon that.
Yeah, I might have the inspiration to start a Rivals now.
I mean, we're on the train right now. We're definitely drinking the Roule-Aid and whatever Chicago Bears are giving us too, because we're the best preseason team in NFL history.
4-0, baby.
We beat the Chiefs.
Well, I'll say this: the Ravens rival us multiple years going undefeated in preseason. The Ravens have always dominated. I don't think they went undefeated this year though.
I don't think so either.
This was one of the years where they didn't. So now Chicago Bears is the new preseason champs.
But hey, you looked at what the Ravens did last season, right? I mean, they started out strong. And I definitely think that they underperformed in the win against Mahomes. Well, the thing with Mahomes, man, is just he shows up to these games in the postseason and he doesn't miss. I mean, he does not blink when those lights get bright. So.
I do got some beef to pick with the Chiefs and the referee crew. I will say, I've never seen a team get away with holding that much. Consistently get away with holding. They get away with holding all the damn time.
Yeah.
Like, now Mahomes is a phenomenal athlete, but every time he scrambles out of that pocket, look at the offensive line on the edge. Somebody's holding. They never throw the damn flag. And I'm like, I'm not like even that big of a Chiefs hater, but when I see that like consistently, I'm like, okay, you're never going to beat Mahomes if you don't call holding because he's too good scrambling out of the pocket where he's just going to make something up.
Storybook ending. We have to sell his jerseys inside the NFL stores. We're making sure he wins again. So NFL, I'll be honest, it's kind of rigged sometimes. Not all the time. It's the occasional rigging, you know?
Do you think do you believe in the NBA superstar calls? Because I 100% do.
Why do you believe in it?
Because the Lakers were plus 200 free throws last year.
Oh my gosh.
And they've been consistently, the Lakers are always somehow magically with LeBron there or not LeBron there.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who's there. They're always just dominating in the free throws. Like, they were 250 more free throws than the next team.
That's America's team right there. It's
And
like
that's
the Cowboys
plus,
of
yeah.
the NBA.
So that's like plus. That's not just like they shot. That is compared to how many free throws they gave up and how many free throws they got. 230. So the free throw discrepancy is not hard to point out. And the Lakers always magically seem to be the favorites of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not buying it. Like that's clear superstar calls.
Oh my gosh.
So the NFL, I don't think it's as bad, but I do think there are some times where they don't throw that flag. With the Chiefs, I kind of opened up my eyes. It's like, okay, I feel like you guys are missing some calls that should be putting the Chiefs in some tougher situations. Because Mahomes is going to get a first down if he just has all day to scramble. Like he's good with his legs. He can wait for Kelsey to get open. So if you're not going to call that, like you're helpless.
Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. I knew it was rigged when that one play happened against Drew Brees in the Rams. Do you remember that? When Drew Brees threw that pass and Drew got completely smoked. That ref used to play for the Rams back in the day. Did some research on him.
He had some money on it. There's
Dude.
no way you missed
that call. That call was insane.
That's probably the worst call I've ever seen. Though.
Worst no call I've ever seen.
Yeah. True. No call I've ever seen.
Dude. Once I saw that, I'm like, oh yeah, this is so rigged. That happened a while ago, and I still think back. I'm not even a Saints fan. I felt bad for him, bro. I was like, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
I don't want to use the word rigged though, because I don't think it's set up so like no matter what this team wins.
Yeah.
It's like kind of same thing in the NBA. It's like it's so that the superstars thrive, and as a result, they're probably going to be more likely to win. But it's about giving the team with the bigger product a better chance. Because the longer the Chiefs stay in it, the more money they'll make, as opposed to, say you get the San Diego Chargers.
Nobody wants to see them win.
Yeah, LA, they're barely going out to football games. California's always just been a place that's low interest in football.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're not deciding who's winning the game, but I definitely think there's times where there is influence on the game. Just
100%.
Just not throwing flags, or at times, well, really, it's like all the no calls that drive me nuts.
You got to stick to the script, man. Come on, the NFL. You know the NFL's got a script, but you know what doesn't have a script? Track and field, man. You show up to whatever race, and anything can happen. I got this question here going in. This guy Landland said, "What's your strategy for the running of the 800?" Oh man, this is my race strategy,
and we'll do this one, and then we'll throw it to our last break.
Yes, sir. Okay, race strategy for the last question before break. I'm gonna go ahead and say, maintain and gain. If you haven't watched one of my YouTube videos, I have a video on race strategy, but I'm gonna tell you what it is right here. So it's called the maintain and gain method. Basically, in the 800, you're gonna start out fast, and you want to slowly, in your mind, be gaining ground as the race goes on. And so, for example, for me, right, during my 147 race, I started out my first 225 seconds, and so obviously I didn't go ahead and drop another 25, but in my head, that 25 seconds, it did not feel hard at all. I probably exerted 40% of my total energy. Let's say I had like a gas tank. I exerted probably 40% of that gas tank going 25. And then the next lap, or the next 200, I dropped a 53 second 400. And so that means that the next 200 was about 27 seconds ish, 27 high, 28 low. And so now I'm probably at like 60% of that gas tank, 65%. And then going to the 600, I was about 118, 119. And so now I'm like 85% done with that gas tank. But then in my mind, I'm gaining the whole entire time. Like when I was racing the field, all I felt was just me kind of pulling away. And so obviously my time was dropping, but like in the gas tank that I was using with all my fitness, it felt like I was going. And so like the way I like to imagine it too is like a car. Like you're slowly changing gears as the race is going on and on and on. And then that's when I ran my 147. I closed super fast, almost ran 146. And I like to call that just the maintaining game, man. Slowly just kind of progressing throughout the race. And I'm not going too fast to start. I'm not going too slow. I'm just slowly, changing gears as the race goes on. So that's all I got for you guys for this segment right here. And we're going to go ahead and send it to break until we get to this last segment.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
Announcing Acres' end of summer sales event. Acres has dropped its prices on select late model John Deere tractors, combines, and corn heads. Act now and upgrade your equipment before harvest season. Trade in your old equipment today and get unbelievable discounts that could save you over $100,000. With great financing options and our A-plus support, there's no better time to buy. Visit your local Acres store or see the huge savings at acres.com. That's AKRS.com to see the best prices in the nation.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Ready to add a dash of Southern flavor to your week? At Wings and Rings, their brand new Southern fried wings have arrived for a limited time. Indulge in the irresistible goodness of large, traditional bone-in wings coated in a crispy beer batter and fried to perfection. Try them with hot honey or any other sauces. And for those busy summer days coming up, look no further than their Southern Fried Wings Family Bundle. Wings and Rings, 2 Lincoln locations on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
As a proud member of the Roofing and Solar Reform Alliance, Coalition Restoration stands out by providing thorough property assessments, personalized customer service, and top-notch craftsmanship. With years of experience in the industry, Coalition Restoration has built a notable reputation for having a team filled with skilled professionals and possessing the expertise to handle any roofing project, big or small. Visit their website today for a free roof assessment at www.coalitionrestoration.com or give them a call at 402-607-8186. Your business runs like a well-oiled machine. It's important that your actual machines do too. Stern is here to make sure you don't have to worry about that. They provide solutions for heavy equipment and automotive fuels, lubricants, and equipment guard options. And with Stern's commitment to customer service for the past 40 years, you know you have a partner to help support your operations for years to come. Contact Roger at Stern Company by calling 1-800-477-2744 or visit them online at stern.co. Stern Company, where problems meet solvers.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Liberty Law Group is committed to the defense of liberty for those accused and the pursuit of justice for those injured. Liberty Law Group's relentless trial attorneys specialize in criminal defense and personal injury law. We believe in treating every client with respect, compassion, and understanding. We know that navigating the legal system is stressful and overwhelming, but Liberty Law Group will carry that burden for you. When you're facing legal issues, make the right call. 877-42-LIBERTY. That's 877-42-LIBERTY.
Ready to score big with your projects? Look no further than Edward Stone, the MVP of natural stone for over 2 decades. Edward Stone is cranking out over 30,000 square feet every week and offers a winning lineup of over 70 quality natural veneer stone selections. Their unbeatable variety and experienced team will ensure your project is a success, whether it's a home renovation or a commercial build. And hey, they're not just about stone. They've got an all-star lineup of fireplaces, cast stone, brick, and much more. Swing by one of their locations in Lincoln or Omaha today and experience the Edward Stone difference, your reliable choice for over 20 years.
Back to the Ticket weeknights
on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, guys, welcome back. Niko Schultz here in the studio, going into our last and final segment. Previously on the segment on the show today, we're talking about track, but one of my most fun parts and favorite parts of the show we talked about was the success of the Chicago Bears, the future success of the Nebraska Cornhuskers. You know, it's a lot of hype train going on right now. You know, we're on the Roulade, we're on the Chicago Bears potentially making a Super Bowl. I have some random ESPN predictions, and you know, I'm all for it. You know, after us being UTEP, I see a lot of potential. We definitely have some cracks in the offense. I mean, and defense. That one touchdown that UTEP put up, it's kind of unacceptable. That
hurry up offense caught us.
Hurry up offense.
1, 2, 3 touchdown.
That was bad. That was bad. So Colorado's going to see that, and I feel like they're definitely going to change the tempo of the game. You know, here in Nebraska, we don't really like the Colorado State. We're a rivalry game, and we don't get to play each other too often. But yeah, next week is going to be the game of probably my college career. I'm not going to lie to you. So
certainly be a top 10 game all year round.
100%
for college football ratings wise. I'd be surprised if it's not a top 10.
Yeah, no, 100%. So everybody's gonna be tuning into that game. I will personally be there, and I'll be doing interviews after too. It's gonna be a good day. I can't wait. I gotta get ready for that mentally.
Yeah, you better. Crowd's gonna be violent.
Dude, yeah, crowd's
you better
gonna
have
be violent.
The right questions.
I might have to wear a hazmat suit going up to Colorado fans because I'm gonna say some crazy stuff. I'm gonna ask them.
Well, that's always blows my mind is all the stories I heard from people going up to Colorado. Now, some of the Colorado fans were nice. Some of the other ones were. If you're wearing red, you're gonna hear it.
Oh man, no, I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be a freaking blast. I mean, I have friends that are Colorado fans, and I'm just like, "What are you doing, bro? You weren't even a fan 2 years ago before Dion came out."
Like, see, no, you can't be doing that. You can't bandwagon college teams. College teams is a weird thing to bandwagon.
Yeah.
Like, because if you don't have any connection to the university, it's kind of weird to root for them unless you have family members. But if you're just like picking Colorado for no reason, I guess.
Yeah, you know, before I came to college, I didn't really care about college football at all. I mean, I liked Ohio State because I watched them win the national championship back in 2012, 13, something like that.
Yeah,
so,
that's why you're a big Justin Fields fan.
Yeah. So I saw Justin Fields go there. You know, Joe Burrow was there for a little bit, and then
could have had him.
I know, right? And then Dwight, what's his name? What was that? Was Howard or Hayward or unfortunately he passed away.
Will Howard? Oh,
the guy for the really good college quarterback for Ohio State, number 7. He went to the Redskins, the Commanders.
Yeah.
What was his name, bro?
Haskins,
Dwayne Haskins,
yeah,
right?
Thank you.
Dwayne Haskins, yeah, he was a beast, bro. I used to love watching him play, and so it's really unfortunate what happened to him. But dude, I was a big Ohio State fan, and right now, obviously being in Nebraska, I'm completely converted over. But I still have respect for what Ohio State does, and I personally don't like them anymore. I kind of completely switched over because that was like the only school that like declined my entry. I applied for the school, and then they basically were like, "Nah, fam, we're not gonna accept you." And I was like, "What?"
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, out of all the schools, bro, literally, I got into every other school except my dream school, and then none of their college coaches like me. So
that is okay.
It's crazy.
That's some ammunition. Ohio State's always been weird. We've never had a rivalry with them because when we got to the Big Ten, just being real, like we've always kind of gotten spanked by Ohio State.
Yeah, they've always been good.
Yeah, so we've never talked crazy to Ohio State fans because it's like, let's wait until we're.
You gotta know your position. But now that we got a mini Patrick Mahomes in the backfield, I think we can say anything we want this year, and he's gonna back us up.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, it's crazy because like he doesn't like really comment on it all, and then Patrick Mahomes is like little cuzzo.
Like, so now he has to, bro. Now he has to kind of try.
Big Ten freshman of the week, Dylan Raiola.
I don't know what the other freshmen are doing, man. I've seen some good freshmen in the SAC. I don't know who that dude was. It LSU or
there's a wide receiver from Ohio State, and a wide receiver from Iowa on the ballot.
Okay,
but I think Dylan Raiola, he played like maybe 2.5 quarters at most, and he still had crazy stats. It's got to be Dylan Raiola.
I mean, some of those passes too. So I mean, some were 5, 6, 7-yard dump passes, but the way he was doing was pretty impressive. The way he was evading everything, and some of those throws, man, were on a rope. And then that should have been a touchdown. That first play of the game or the first drive, remember?
Yeah.
He launched it up and the dude hit him in the face mask. he was trying to dive into the end zone like freaking Tavon Austin or something crazy.
Hey, I'm good though. As long as we get those mistakes out versus UTEP, not Colorado.
Yeah, no, I'm down for that. But hey, man, this has been a great show here on 93.7 The Ticket here on this amazing Sunday, September 1st. Shout out my mom, man. It's her birthday today. Go ahead and wish Laciata Schultz a happy 40th birthday. But that's going to do it for today's show, man. I'll catch you guys next Sunday, same time, same place, 3 to 4 p.m. The Niko Project. See y'all next week, man. Peace.